So this is a video that I found called Why African Americans Are Never Allowed to Criticize Africa, episode 31. And it's by a channel called King Gonda, and it's has 84.5 thousand subscribers. So I'm sitting here like listening to it. I'm like, okay, they have an African, they have Africans, they have also like an African American, they have people who went to London, people who went to Uganda, living in Uganda, people who knows, a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. Now there's three men and there's one woman who I guess seems to be the host. I don't know. And we get to a part where we talk about what is it about African woman? What makes African woman different from the woman in America? And what I found, what I heard, what I witnessed with my ear canals was something that was very unfortunate. Because it was giving very much podcast nigga.
Woman is going to be less likely to judge you on your height here, and a lovely is going to be able to judge you on what you do, which is productivity. Black men in the West, productivity is what white women notice about black men.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Because the fact is, they basically blame black women and said that black women are not submissive enough. At least one of them did, and I'm sure he's from America, but let's see.
Guys have high expectations.
Very high expectations.
High expectations.
Oh, and African women have high expectations. That's one thing that I heard. African men have high expectations. So you guys apparently are doing really well in the marriage department, but the African American woman, they do not love their man, right? They do not have high expectations, and all of them are just trashy. So let's see what they have to say.
Yeah, on the culture that the person is coming from in the United States. I'm talking about socioeconomically.
Okay.
And so if you're a person that is normal middle class guy, you come here to Uganda, you don't have as many expectations because it's like, oh, she's not arguing. Shout out to the brothers in Britain and the United States doing black women. Yeah. She's not talking back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, even if she's cheating, as long as I don't find out, I think the guy's gonna like that the woman respects him. Yeah. And that's the most important thing because you're not gonna get women disrespecting you here, even if they are doing whatever they're doing on the side, because that can happen to you in the United States. I think that if you're the problem that comes in is if you're a really motivated person, and I think this is just anywhere in the world, but here if you're like a person that you're very successful and you're on your way to being rich or you're rich, I think then it's a little bit difficult to maybe date somebody here because they just don't know how to interact with that person's time and what that person's commitment is, and so they don't come from that. And most people don't come from that culture, but here, like, you have to work at night, for example. Yeah. And most Africans don't work like throughout the night. But if the Americans,
I don't understand.
You work.
You guys work too much.
Yeah, but like that's what I am. Most of them have a hard time of understanding.
I will take everything and anything because I'm a very strong person. So when you're giving me all this bullshit, I'm gonna let it happen because when the fuse pops, it's a different.
Successful, depending on that person and what they. But as far as femininity, can you get that here? Yes. Does the woman have as much opportunity and potential to be skillful as in somebody else? Yes. They're just as smart here as anywhere else. But it just takes more time to understand the kind of culture that you're bringing or something like that. But it depends on the person's socioeconomic background and what their personal standards are.
Okay. The comments are the men saying, oh, the African women are just like the modern women or just like the women abroad or something like that. Is that, since you're on the continent, you're in Uganda, would you say that's what you found out?
I've heard that as well. Like, I don't know what whoever said that, I don't know what they were expecting, you know?
Yeah.
But I personally, actually, what was I going to say? Yeah, personally, I found the women here. They're I work with a lot of women because of DJ scene, and they're on point.
Yeah.
They're straight up, and it depends what you personally, what you're putting out there. So if you're putting out
Tell me why the person from London and the African person, tell me why they have a better output on women, period, than the nigga from America. Every time he would sit there and say something, it would always be like, women are more submissive here. Women are more submissive here. I don't know what this is, and maybe the African girlies could sit there and tell me what the hell that is. That this obsession with submission, because I've seen it time and time again, and everyone comes to African American women, but I've seen and I've heard stories about how being submissive to a man in Africa, how that can only go so far. Realistically, you can only deify your partner and idolize your partner and submit to your partner so much so before it's like, girl, stand up. Because at the end of the day, that's not going to work out. It goes both ways. The man can't do that with the woman can't do that with the man, hun. I don't know what's going on in straight world that they doing all this extra shit, but I did notice that culturally speaking in Africa, it was this obsession with submission.
That y'all would like, sleep with African American women, but never would ever marry.
Wrong, not never, not never.
Wrong.
It's
not a lie.
It's kind of true.
It's not a lie.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I don't want to say.
How is that true? Are you a man?
Hold on.
Yeah, are you a man?
That means it's anybody. There's a lot of people.
There was this thing where women submit, women look pretty, women do all of this stuff, and apparently people in Africa insert a clip of a black lady sitting there talking aggressive in the Bronx.
It's your girl Panda BK. Stop playing with my Bobski.
God damn, where you from?
From the Star. Stop playing.
Where, what?
From the Star.
Where's that at?
In Brooklyn.
Finish New York lingo, you with it? Can I get a bigger nigga?
Cheese.
Chop.
Cheese.
Chicken over.
Rice.
What does safety mean?
Get home safe, my boy.
I say, I bet.
And so apparently everybody who is black and everyone who is a woman in America is not submissive. It's not. The gag is you get what you attract. And so if you keep attracting women who are not submissive, who are very, rowdy, who do have a bite to them, then that's probably something that you maybe are subconsciously attracting to yourself. Because at the end of the day, I keep seeing all of these dudes and they sitting there talking about, oh, we have this woman like this. You know how many black women I've seen who are submissive in America? You know how many black women I've seen who have submissive, who are quiet, put together, who are to themselves, got a nice job, they're about their man, especially if you grew up in a religious area like I have, especially if you grew up in the Bible Belt. It's literally conditioned towards girls to sit there and be submissive towards their partners, to sit there and do things right, to be able to prepare themselves to be with a man. So at the end of the day, I just don't understand why the only American on the panel is making a claim that somehow African American women are these weird groups of people and that African women are better than African American women. It made sense that the lady sat there and said that comment about how the African men were like, they're like modern women, they're like women everywhere. Because yes, the women are like women everywhere, just like men are like men everywhere, because that's just the way this fucking works. Now there may be different deviations depending on the culture, depending on the continent that you're on. That makes sense. But at the end of the day, yes, it would make sense that collectively a lot of men would probably sit there and want a submissive woman. And it would make sense that collectively a lot of women will want to sit there and have men who act like X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, I just don't understand why this one person sitting there, this bozo, nobody in the comments is talking about it. I guess because it's really towards like the latter end of the YouTube video. But nobody seems to be talking about it in the comments. I left the comment and I was like, wait a fucking minute. What is he saying? And they're just like, I'm like, no. Stop making this implication, this narrative, if you will, that black women somehow are more hard to deal with because they have the audacity to open their fucking mouth. Because they have the audacity to sit there and say, what's the tea with that? Because they have the audacity to question certain behaviors. Women go around and they do too much, and men go around and they do the exact same thing. They go tit for tat. It's not just one. So if we're going to sit there and say people need to be held accountable, then everybody has to be held accountable. Yes, there are cases where black men would deal with black woman, and that black woman just so happens to be a gold digger, just so happens to sit there and use their kid as a leverage to sit there and manipulate and do awful stuff, just so happens to be a narcissist and abuser. That much is known. So I'm not going to sit there and act like black men do you have not gone through anything with certain black women, but to sit there and say because of those cases or because of insert a clip of a black woman sitting there talking about she want a man with a 6-figure job and her part look a mess and she look like she a crackhead, and you want to sit there and create a narrative that black women are somehow more violent, more assertive, they act too much like men, and really that's not the case, because just last week, some of the girlies that be saying that be having mans. Notice how the celebrities, Beyonce, she said, I don't fuck with these niggas. Guess what? She has a man. Guess what? Megan Thee Stallion was with a black man. Black. The people in the media that y'all say doing too damn much or that's making a representation of black people, they've been with black men. Men who are black niggas. But you would assume that black women don't really give a damn about black men, and they don't really fuck with black men. They don't really want to talk to black men. They don't care. Girl, please stop.
Oh, what you
And he looks tired. The khaki pants look tired. The cap turned around, girl. What are we back in the day? This ain't the 2000s anymore. Got the cap turned around. Got the damn polo shirt. Everybody else fit looks decent. Sis got her green skirt on with her white thing. Okay, that looks good. He got a classic orange shirt with the black pants. It got some zippers on it. Okay, that's giving it's giving Frank Ocean Pyramids. You got him, he's got his damn graphic tee with his, like, everyone else looking good. He looked like he just came from a damn PTA meeting. He looked like he's a coach at a school for black people who don't even want to fool with him. Every time he comes into the gym, they roll their eyes because here comes this damn Hufflepuffus. Here comes this damn elephant stumping his way into the damn gym, barking orders because he thinks that he's doing something, overcompensating for the fact that his ass is insecure. Alex, you made that up. You don't know him personally. Well, you're right. I did make that up, Sweet Pea. And at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to make that up for motherfuckers like this. Listen to what else this motherfucker says.
Is that, you know, that's just them talking about certain things, but when you get into the nuances and the details, he's right. You know, most African women, if you're a guy in London or the United States, if you're a guy that has charisma, if you're a guy that's a builder, but you're not really so exciting, women will be like, he's cool, but he's boring, or he's too short.
Yeah.
You know, we're all fairly tall. Yeah. But if you're a guy that's 5'3" in London, or you in Atlanta, it don't matter how talented you are.
Yeah.
But here you can get somebody that look. I mean, as long as you're a guy that can produce, a woman is going to be less likely to judge you on your height here, and a lovely is going to be able to judge you on what you do, which is productivity. Black men in the West, productivity is what white women notice about black men. It's what Asian women notice about black men. Black women notice it like 4th or 5th. They notice what you look like, how funny you are, your swag.
Lies. You're a liar. You know how many white women specifically, I don't know about the Asian girlies, but they probably do the same thing. You know how many of them fetishize these black men because they tall niggas with tattoos and big dicks? And you want to go around and sit there and say they notice the productivity more. No, girl, they notice the same shit that every other nigga noticed. Y'all just prioritize them because you're upset because you're still hurting from the fact that, what's her name, back in middle school decided to reject you in front of the whole class. And now you want to take it out on everybody else and every other black woman. Did you hear what did you hear the audacity that just came out of this man's mouth? The audacity. Black woman, white woman, and Asian woman notice black men more. And wait a minute. So you're telling me short niggas don't be getting wise? You know how many short niggas I've seen that are baby daddies? You know how many short niggas I've seen that be booed up? You know how many short niggas I've seen that done had how many girlfriends? You know how many short niggas I've seen that been out there with their fat niggas too? So at the end of the day, you just a lame nigga. Cause at the end of the day, I seen plenty of short ass niggas, skinny ass niggas, fat ass niggas, nigga this, nigga that. As long as you act like a nigga, looking ass nigga, nigga. As long as you act like a nigga, I would just have to tell you that, you know, statistically speaking, black women would actually like you. Thanks. Well, we all know black men like this, and this is the reason why black women act the way they act. Yeah. This is the reason why black women act the way they act. This is the reason why black women are always 10 toes down. They always seem so aggressive. Stop lying. Stop being a liar.
Things like that. But the things that make the relationship work, which is a man that can do something and provide something, that's something that women tend to appreciate more here. And when you get an African woman and she know you doing something, they gonna be on it. Like, okay, he's somebody to take to my family. You know what I mean? He's somebody because they've been seeing that. A lot of women in the West, they haven't seen that coming up. Like somebody can point to somebody that's in it's a chief or an uncle that reminds her of that kind of man. Whereas black women in the West, the guy that's the builder, who is in the family is like that.
I like that.
You know, but here you can think about the chief in your village just like that. Oh yeah, he's the kind of guy that, and that's why a lot of brothers in America, a lot of the black intellectuals that were married to African American women, they get divorced. Who are they going to marry? A woman from the Caribbean or Africa? Almost everybody has a wife from, because they get it. Who wants to go out there and work all day? And I gotta come in and tell you about who's the man of the house. I'm gonna get you the fuck out of there. That's just me personally. You know, like I don't care. You from Detroit? You from And I love my people. But I'm getting you out of my house. An African woman not gonna do that. You don't have to, explain yourself why you're the man. No, you gonna get your ass out today fucking with me. That's what you gonna do. I'm not gonna come on and explain nothing to you. I'm gonna busting my ass all day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like how my daddy was, when you come home, is it okay to come in the house?
No. The African woman is cracking me up. Because at first I thought she was agreeing, but she low-key side-eyeing like she looked low-key uncomfortable. She low-key looks uncomfortable, LOL, which makes sense. Like she in a room with 3 other niggas. Girl, you didn't have another woman on the panel? I understand that you wanted the girl boss, but let's even it out a little. What he said was just bird for brains. Maybe he has some type of trauma that he grew up with, because he talking about his father was doing this. He don't want to be like his father. Girl, at the end of the fucking day, like I said, there's plenty of black women who are willing to be submissive. I don't understand. Where did this come from? And there's plenty of black women that are who said, I'm willing to be submissive to someone who takes care of me. They've said this over and over and over again. Also, this whole thing about, that's why you see a lot of African Americans, they sit there and when they when they get a divorce, they date African women. Negative. They be dating white women. Remember what you said earlier, brother? Remember what you said earlier about how black woman, white woman, and Asian women prioritize? They be dating white women, baby. They don't be dating no African. Why would they date a different variation of a black? They'll sit there and just find somebody else who's Caucasian, who the next best thing or the better option. Again, plenty of black women I've seen be submissive. Plenty of black women I know still in marriages. Plenty of black women I know, despite this whole divesting phenomenon going on. We're gonna divest, girl. It's all for show. The girls are still gonna be with men. The girls still like black men. The only reason they keep talking about black men is the same reason why a lot of these ignorant ass black men talking about black women in the way they doing. It's because y'all just hurt each other. Y'all hurt each other and y'all don't know how to get your shit together. Now, as a Fruit Loop of the Fruit Loop community, of course, I'm sitting here wondering why the cornflakes are even sitting there being this corny. I said, I know what's in your name, but maybe let's switch it up. I'm sitting there saying, girl, there they go again. I'm a red Fruit Loop this time. I said, there they go again. Look at them, just sitting there arguing. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know how you can get help, because y'all are being corny. Know the truth or forever hold your peace.
And then... Nigga, where you been? You know what I mean? I was at work, But you don't get that here. Women appreciate, even if they could be a little entitled here and there, but you feel like you're more appreciated for what you actually do. Whereas in the West, it's about, how tall you are. What do other women think about this guy? In Africa, it's like, okay, it's nice to me. He treats me nice.
Yeah.
You're telling me, hold on, African women need to get into the tea. African women need to come to the front of the classroom. Come to the front of the PTA. Come to the front of the stadium. I need you to give your testimony because I feel like somebody's lying. You really telling me African women don't be talking to other women, talking to the other girlfriends that they have about their man? Are you playing dumb? And he's over here talking about tribals and chiefs and all of this stuff, and they just saying, yeah, yeah. I said, yeah, they have that, but at the same time, they also have modern technology. Like they're also modern like us. They also have other things going on. So I just don't feel, I feel like friendships aren't just in that tribal sense, even though that's okay if it is. But friendships are also like everywhere else, where you will have friendships with a group of women and they will sit there and they will kiki and they will talk about, oh no, what do you think about him? Or I saw you with this man. I don't, what does he mean that African women don't sit there and talk to their friends about that? I think even men, in a sense, talk to other men, they other homies, about the type of woman that they talking to right now, or the girl they talking to, or make a comment here or there. So I never understood what's going on. Plenty of women do that around the world. Not even just black women from America. Not even just African women. Literally around the world, I would assume. Now, yes, there's some things where it's like, yeah, we keep to ourselves, maybe arranged marriages or certain things that are cultural speaking. Yeah, okay. But for the most part, I just don't see that as like a something that only African American women do. I just don't see that working out. But maybe he's right. Maybe African women, they're just like, I'm gonna keep it to myself, you know. Yes, master. I mean, not master. Yes, sir. I mean, not sir. Yes, my love. Maybe they just sit there and do that, and they keep a pretty face and they keep it pushing. Maybe that's what's going on, right? And why do I got a stain on my damn shirt? These damn shirts always have stains on them. Like, girl, from what I've heard about the African girlies, is that they're saying that some of these, the Nigerian men act the fool. The Caribbean man be acting a fool. Some of y'all niggas be acting like fools. I would make the argument, if we really want to go toe for toe on that, I would make the argument that some of y'all act worse than niggas from America. But they not ready for that conversation.
I want to have like 7 of his babies.
Yeah. I find Uganda women way more intuitive.
Oh, yeah.
Way more intuitive. Main difference between women in London and women in Kampala that I've found, like, way more intuitive.
Right.
Way more.
Now, I don't know about the girls in London, but it seems like the black girls in London are also getting the treatment that the black women in America are getting. So, I don't know. Let the London girlies come to the front. Come to the front and say what you have to say.
Even made me remember something is that even in London, when it comes to dating, I feel like even with, like, let's say you're getting serious now, you're going to, I don't know, propose to the woman or whatever. The family, yeah, they'll be happy for you, but if push comes to shove and there's an argument, they're going to take their daughter's side.
Right.
Whereas here,
if
you lot argue and the daughter tries to come chat that nonsense to the family, they're going to tell you, go back to your man. Yeah, I mean, unless he's doing a madness, obviously.
Yes.
But like, if there's petty things in London can get you cancelled from the family. You ain't coming for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But here, I feel like, because of the way, like, the culture is, like, even a family respects you.
Right.
You know, you are the man that's taken our daughter. We trust you with her. Whatever happens is between you. And I feel like that makes you, well, for me anyway, as a guy, it makes me even want to respect my woman more and treat her more, because I respect the fact that I've been entrusted to take care of her. So I feel like that aspect of it, it's just amazing.
And you see, let me just say this, you know, being here.
That's a cultural difference. Because in America, if you go up to your family members, if your daughter comes to you and says that he done did X, Y, and Z, and you don't do shit, if he treats you like shit, talk to you crazy, go off on you, and you don't do shit as the father, or do shit as like the brother, the guy cousin, or whatever the fuck, then we got an issue. A bit different. I don't know. Something about that. I don't think that's justified enough in a sense of saying, okay, that means they're worth more than the people in the other countries, the accountability aspect.
And despite the problems that you may have in just whatever infrastructure, whatever, a black man get respect in Africa. You know, and if you're the black man, and
but
you lived in
does
London,
the black man get respect in Africa at the detriment of the black woman? Because I've heard stories about black women getting fucked over. And so I just want African women getting fucked over. So I just want the African woman to come to the front. To come to the front of the stadium. Come to the front and let the whole audience know the true tea about that. Because I'm seeing a lot of dudes, and I feel like there needs to be more African women on that panel. Because I feel like, of course, the niggas ain't gonna sit there and try to be nuanced about it. Why the hell should they? Right? Why the hell do they feel they should? But at the end of the day, if the black woman, the African woman came and she sat there and said that, listen to this, all of this whole idealization of submission, tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, tell the fucking truth and nothing but the truth on how far that can go. Okay? Because black women, again, still date black men. I still see a lot of black women with a lot of black men around these, especially here in South Mississippi, where it's a big heterosexual culture, right? Everybody named mama heterosexual until proven otherwise, and even then. And so at the end of the day, I be seeing black couples 24/7. Young, old, black couples 24/7. I see black couples more than I see white couples. And so at the end of the day, when I'm sitting here hearing all of this bullshit about how black women appreciate or they appreciate, respect African men more, I'm like, no, that's not fucking true. That's not fucking true. And then again, I always take it back to the rappers because that's what's being blamed in terms of the West, like they say, America. That's what's being blamed in terms of changing the trajectory of how black women see black men. When in reality, like I said, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these people who are in it, they've been with black men. They've talked to black men. They've had relationships and still continue to have relationships with, okay, I don't know, y'all. Are y'all ready? Black men. And so at the end of the day, when you're going around and you're sitting there creating a narrative that black women somehow hate black men, which will never fucking happen. Which will never happen. I need y'all to stop. All the shit that that niggas done did to black women. And there's still black women that are with black men. Because they like black men. Don't listen to all of this divesting bullshit. This is the same bullshit that's happening with all the niggas on the podcast. A lot of black women like black men. Come on now. Come on, wake up. This is just bullshit to me. Now, you could be with a woman who happens to just be disrespectful at heart, just to be a disrespectful person. And then in that case, okay, then y'all have to deal with that. But don't put that or a couple of other stories onto the entire community of black women in London and in America. That's just so stupid to me.
In the United States, you already know the white folks are not gonna really respect you. They can be nice to you in public, but they're gonna respect you. But when I go to Stanbic Bank, it ain't like Bank of America. I mean, it's not that they mistreat you as a customer, but you get respect when you can do things. And a lot of times, a lot of our talented black men, we see them with so many different groups of women, especially in London, where a lot of the brothers, when I was there, you see a lot of black men not even talking to black women in London.
Yeah.
They're just the Asians, they're with the whites, whatever. And it's not because they don't like them. It's because of the disrespect that they feel that, what am I going to get from her? Why am I dealing with her? But here in Uganda, you don't feel like that. You don't feel like...
That's so pussy to me. I'm sorry. That is so pussy to me that you couldn't deal with black women. You couldn't, out of the billions of people on this planet, you couldn't find not one black woman that meets your fucking standards. And you sit there and say, oh, I'm just going to sit there and date someone who, I mean, it's one thing to date someone light-skinned or someone like that, a colorism issue, but to sit there and say, I'm going to date somebody who's completely away from my race is really tired. And that's why some of the white women and some of the women of other ethnicities think they doing something. And then they get fucked over. And then they sitting there clutching their pearls being like, what happened? I thought he loved me. No, baby. What happened? And that's why you got your ass knocked out, baby. Oh, Alex, don't you victim blame. Because some of the girls, they do think they're better. Let's call it what it is. Some of the girls think they better. Some of the girls think they cracked the code. That they not like you dumb, dusty bitches, you dumb black hoes. That they're more educated. They're slim thick. They got all the things that you guys have, but in a white package. And then they still got beat. And they still got mistreated. And they still realized that their submission to their men didn't fucking work out. So it's stupid to me. It's just I get annoyed with Cynthia G. Miss Cynthia. Don't think that I'm only sitting there coming for the black man like this. Cause Cynthia G, I get annoyed with her. Black man, stupid black man. I said sometimes I roll my eyes. I'm like, girl, just hush, hush, hush. She going around constantly talking about divesting. Let's divest. Let's leave these black men behind. I said, girl, that's stupid, girl. In several years, you ain't gonna have no more offspring that's black. You're being stupid. So both sides are being dumb as hell. But we're not talking about the Cynthia G's right now. We're not talking about her right now. We're not talking about what's her name? I live for her content. Yonvani. She lost weight and then she started talking about certain stuff. I like certain stuff she says, but at the same time, again, this whole back and forth is really stupid and it's anti-black. It's really stupid and it's anti-black. Y'all need to figure out a way to get y'all shit together. No other race goes through this bullshit. Let's call it what it is. But Alex, technically speaking, no other race goes through this bullshit. Something happened in the black community that got y'all niggas fucked up. The white man don't go through it. The white woman don't go through it. The Asian woman don't go through it. The Asian man don't go through it. Now, they may sit there and have different issues with, okay, a Japanese with a Chinese or Indian with this particular type of Indian or some other type of Ethiopian with a Haitian or some other type of petty shit that they do in between different types of ethnicities and nationalities and all that other bullshit. But at the end of the day, they are not going into a full-on war with their own race to this extent. Now, they do have issues of misogyny. Yes, they do have issues of abuse. Yes, they do have other issues where they sit there and do all other types of stuff to each other. That is not something that is you just on black people. That's something that's with everyone of every type of race, of every type of background. However, it is something to be said about the blatant and the redundancy, let me say it like that, the redundancy of this conversation between black man and black woman. It's something to be said. I'm like, girl, what is it going to take, baby? What is it going to take for y'all to get y'all shit together? What is it going to take for y'all to understand the importance? Because this doesn't make any sense. Stop idolizing other people of other races. I'm sure even white women, and they have said this, will sit there and be like, girl, enough is enough. This is kind of corny. Stand up and stop putting your own fucking race down because you dealt with someone who's rude. You know how many bitches I've seen that are white women? You know how many bitches I've seen that are other ethnicities? Do you know what the reason why they don't look as much as the bitch compared to black women? It's because of their skin color, baby. There's a reason why you can get a character from Bad Girls Club and that could be the full representation of a bitch for a black woman. But then you'll sit there and get Regina George as a bitch for white woman. There's a reason why white women somehow go under this veil. And the reason I say white women because I don't know a lot about Asian women. I don't know what the Asian girls are giving. But the reason I do know what the white girls are giving, okay? That's the reason why they seem so different. And they seem so, because they literally had the ability to be a fucking damsel in fucking distress. They had the ability to sit there and be weak. They literally had a whole fucking TikTok trend where the girls were sitting there fake crying on command and then being like, LOL, I'm just kidding. They would tell you this to your fucking face. They would tell you this to your face. They would be like, LOL, girl, I don't know what you thought, but what you thought is not what it actually is. They would tell you this to your face. The white woman would tell you. And you niggas still don't fucking get it. You know how many bitches I've seen that are white women? But I mean, it's different because they have like a Valley Girl accent and they don't say ain't, and they don't say period every 5 seconds, and they have a college degree. And so actually, yeah. So yeah, literally, yeah, yeah, period, yeah, yeah. Y'all are so tired to me. This is tired. You know how many niggas I seen fold for a white woman that don't even have a big ass? Alex, don't objectify. No, let's talk about it. Because you know if a black woman don't have a big ass. But if Mary Kay has like a little, little booties matter. Some of them don't even have a butt. I don't got a butt myself. But the niggas will start folding. Because, well, at least she not a bitch and she respect me. Didn't we have, I remember growing up, it's literally been conditioned in the media for black women to respect black men. Remember Everybody Hates Chris, where the mom character, she said, my man has 2 jobs. That didn't go anywhere, right? It may not be the most popular type of sentiment right now. That didn't go anywhere. Plenty of black women love their men who have 2 jobs, who maybe he work as a janitor and he also work as he does like he's a part-time coach, or maybe he's a teacher and he also work at your local fast food joint. You know, maybe he's doing 2 things at once. But a lot of black women, as long as you making money, as long as you working, appreciate their man. But for some reason, social media and a lot of these dudes who resent a lot of these different people, they will have you believe that the cream of the crop is a white person. The cream of the crop is somebody of a different ethnicity. The cream of the crop is somebody of a different race because, well, black women are too hateful. Black women are too bitchy. Black women are too, as if the only people in the world that have been bitchy, that have been hateful, that have been sitting there being assertive are black women. Let's sit there and talk about anti-blackness. I said, let's talk about it. When you pair some of the same attributes that white people have done or that other ethnicities have done, but you just have a darker skin tone, then suddenly it's not the same damn thing. I said, well, baby, Miss Mama's over here said the same stuff. Miss Mama's over here cussing you out, acting a damn fool, acting crazy and shit. Why aren't you having the same energy for her? Why aren't you having the same energy for Hannah that you have for Hashay? Why don't you have the same energy for what's the T? But then they want to create narratives and sit there and say that it's black women's fault. Black women aren't doing enough. Who were the first to go out and protest when y'all niggas was getting shot and killed? Black woman. Who was the first to defend and to sit there and put their lives on the line for the black men? Black woman. But Alex, welfare. They left the black men. Is that the truth? Is that the full extent of what took place back in that time? That y'all are using to sit there and justify why y'all hate y'all own women? Do y'all not know how fucking embarrassing this is? And y'all want to solely put the blame on black women? Again, like I said, plenty of people in other races could be just as fucked up, just as horrible, just as awful. You can have plenty of representations of white women doing awful things to their partner, people of other ethnicities doing awful things to their partner. And guess what? Nobody says that every white woman acts like that. No one's saying every Asian woman is acting like that. No one's saying every Hispanic woman is acting like. But somehow black women have to always maintain a happy image and all have to collectively be on cue. So you guys can sit there and be like, okay, now you're worthy to be in a relationship with a black king. Y'all are so fucking stupid.
You feel like, okay, this is entitled. She'll ask for some more money today for transport. Luwumbo, something like that.
I love that.
But as far as
upkeep, I've heard that one before.
Upkeep. As far as a woman disrespecting you as a man, and if you're doing something for this community, and women are gonna respect you. Hell, even here, people call me not you though, but hello, sir. She don't call me that. But you get that. Yeah, and you're like, me?
You could talk to me?
Yeah, a lot of brothers in America and London, you be like, is this real?
Bro.
Are they talking to me like this?
Bro.
Because you don't get that back at home, man.
You're right.
What up, nigga? The girls talking to you like, man, yo, what up?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, they talk to you very masculine. Like even in bleep this out, New York, girls tell the guys to suck their This is a Harlem thing. It's very popular in Brooklyn. You could die and go to heaven or hell and come back, and you got a woman will never tell you that. Never.
Facts.
Never tell you.
Somewhere over the bullshit, way up high, there's a man in the bullshit looking down at your sorry ass. What is he talking about? Again, insert clip of a black woman sitting there saying something aggressive in New York City. The gag is, do you know that even the black women that sit there and say suck my dick are also with black men? Oh gosh. What? No. The black men don't like that. Y'all are so fucking stupid. Y'all are so tired to me. Also this yes sir type shit. Now what grown ass woman, it depends on how old you are, it's gonna call you sir. That must be a cultural thing, right? Now some women do say my nigga. My thing is, why do you think women even feel comfortable even talking like that with black men, right? Because niggas want to sit there and act like, oh, it's just the woman don't want to do enough. I said, give the truth and nothing but the truth or forever hold your peace. There must be a reason why black women feel the need to even talk that way to begin with. Mind you, not all black women talk like that. And then he said London, and he said in America. I'm saying, so it's a city thing. It's a cultural thing in the city. Because 9 times out of 10, if you come to the South where I am, or you go to the southern areas, yeah, you have like some of that same energy, but a good amount of them don't do that. So he needs to be specific in the geographical differences. Because if you go to the city, even some areas in the city, a good amount of women won't do that. But that's like a city thing. If you grew up rough, you grew up on the street, you grew up in certain areas. Not everybody in the city grew up rough, but like I'm saying, there's a certain type of cultural difference. And so when you go to America and you have a variety of different types of locations, you'll have a variety of different types of setups from the city to the country to the South to a bit of both. You'll sit there and have different ways that people speak. I went to the city, I say good morning to somebody, they look at me like I'm crazy. So at the end of the day, it's a different type of thing. It's a different type of culture that you're going to. When you go to America, you have different types of cultures based off of the geographical location, based off of where you're at, and based off of how they talk, and based off of the culture, and based off of how they move. And so at the end of the day, there's plenty of men that like women who are aggressive, but there's also plenty of men that like women that are soft. And at the end of the fucking day, they need to stop sitting here creating a narrative that every single African American woman or every single black woman, especially if there's somebody who's dark skinned, is some awful person that's going around being aggressive and trying to bite the nigga, as if some of these niggas don't get hard at the drop of a hat with some of these women. As if some of you motherfuckers don't even act like fucking dogs. All it takes is a jiggle pop with the hips. All it takes is a little jiggle and your dick's hard. So stop acting like women are sitting there doing too fucking much and they're not sitting there giving you what the fuck you want. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of... Why y'all act like that? Why y'all act like that? That is so stupid to me. I said, I'm thinking to myself, I'm talking about people my age, mind you. I said, yeah, there's plenty of women that's aggressive, but y'all don't let's have the girls who are submissive. Let's have the girls who are introverted. Let's have the girls, because y'all sit there and claim that's what y'all want, but then they'll probably sit there and tell you, girl, they don't be looking for me. They don't be looking for me like that. They not looking for me like that. They overlook me. They don't talk to me, Miss Mamas. Beautiful. They don't got a BBL. That's an all natural slim thick. But y'all don't be wanting to talk to them. Y'all only want to highlight a specific type of black woman who also deserves love, who also deserves to be loved, just like you deserve to be loved as a black man. But a lot of y'all want to go around and create these different types of narratives, a lot of these black men. And again, it's not a good look. I don't care how awful or how messed up some of these women could be in these other countries. They wouldn't dare create a narrative saying that every person that is a woman of their particular race is awful, is the bottom of the barrel. They would never do that. This is pathetic. I'm disgusted. I've been dealing with acid reflux, and this motherfucker is making it worse. I'm gonna have to get my phone ready to call 911, and they're gonna sit there and say, sir, what's going on? I said, I'm having a reaction to dumb bitchery. I need you to bring me 12 cc's of wake that bitch up so I could wake back up and come back to this reality. Because I'm fading fast. Get me back to this reality so I can finish this damn video. Because what the hell is this? Let's continue.
Yeah. Women talk to you like, what's up, bro? This is America. I don't know about London. This is America. What's up, bro?
It happens. It happens.
No, man, they don't talk to you like...
Wagwan, bro. What you saying?
No, man, you talk to me, I'm blocking you. No. You don't look at me, you don't talk to me like you're a woman. And the fact I gotta even talk to you about you being a woman is already a problem as it is.
Flag.
Here, I never had to have that problem. Never. I never had to talk to
niggas like this. Again, he look a hot fucking mess. Overdrawn cargo pants. He got a fucking polo shirt that's on the outside of his pants. Where's your belt? Where's your belt? You don't know what a belt is? You look like you get rejected on the street. You look like even homeless people don't want to associate with you. They don't even want to beg you for fucking money. And you want to go around and sit there and act like you're higher than thou, act like you're better than these women because they sit there coming up to you, talking to you like bro. If you don't want women like that, don't talk to women like that. Again, there's plenty submissive, black, pretty, meek. I don't say anything wrong. I mind my manners. Because that's what the fuck you motherfuckers want. There's plenty of those women out there. Plenty of them in America. I just don't know who y'all talking to. Who y'all having conversations with? And again, it's the trauma. And if you want to sit there and hold black women accountable, in order to hold black women accountable and sit there and say they have to be more submissive, you yourself have to be held accountable as a black man. Because you cannot sit there and say that all black women are acting X, Y, and Z. And again, I'm a man, right? But you cannot sit there and say all black women need to sit there and do X, Y, and fucking Z. And you yourself not also do X, Y, and fucking Z. Having a fucking job is the bare fucking minimum. And apparently I would say dressing right is the bare minimum. Again, the only one that seems to be dressing right is the one man over here and the one girl sitting there with her dress and stuff. The other ones, okay, he has his graphic tee. I guess a hot girl summer. It was 8 months ago. A hot nigga summer. But he the only one that looks a hot fucking mess. Are we at a golf course? Are we at a country club? Where are we? Where are we going to? Did we just clock out of Dick's Sporting Goods? What are we doing? What's the tea? But we want to sit there and talk about black women and how black women need to act right and how black women need to sit there and do this and how black women are aggressive. I just don't understand why y'all hate your own women that fucking much. This is really bad to me. Like, I understand not agreeing with a lot of things, but some of y'all niggas hate black women. Like, y'all hate them. That's really fucking sad. That's a sad reality. Notice I said some. The other ones got common sense to know that not all women act like that. Or if you want a woman like that, you'll get a woman like that. This nigga thinks so highly of himself. Oh, and why should I have to tell you how to be a woman? Why should I have to tell you how to do certain stuff? Why should I have to tell you? Don't you want to command them? Don't you want a submissive wife? When you have somebody submissive, they're going to ask you questions. You have to teach them. You have to guide them. They're submissive. Yes, Mr. Husband. Yes, Daddy. Can you tell me how to be a woman? Isn't that what y'all want? Some damn pedophilia light? Isn't that what the fuck y'all want? Some of you niggas. Y'all are so tired. Well, let's move on.
Never had talked to a girl I thought was masculine. Never. Or in Kenya.
We know.
Even to add to that, I had an experience that really shocked me. I must have gone to another restaurant and had an amazing service and tipped the waitress, and she knelt down. Like,
she went all the way down?
Not all the way, but it was more than a little. It was like halfway. And I was like, you don't have to do all that, but that just shows you like how much they respect.
Right.
No, that's weird. Why are you kneeling down to me? That's weird. And see, that's why I'm going to come for African culture now. I'm going to make a whole video coming for y'all culture because that's weird for me. I don't know why y'all doing that weird ass shit and y'all got women bowing down to you. You're not a fucking king, bitch. This is Red Lobster. You're not a king, bitch. This is a joint that we're sitting there serving some fucking food. I don't know why we're having women kneeling down to men. Now, mind you, if you want to kneel down behind closed doors, well, yes, Miss Mamas. Now, you could appreciate... See, that's a cultural difference. There's something about that so odd to me. And I've seen that a lot in African culture. They would bring their woman through the fucking ringer, and then we would sit there and act like that's something good. I need African women come to the front because something's not adding up. Can you imagine you sit there and you're done serving somebody, and you're like, can you imagine if I did that shit? Well, Alex, you a man. You a man. You a man. It's women that have to do it. No, the fuck they don't. No, they don't. Thank you. And the places I've been, black woman, white woman, all other types of fucking woman, we have a conversation. Oh yes, that was good. Oh, I always love that. Yeah, that's my favorite meal. Oh yeah, that's so good. Oh, they have this thing. Da da da. We have a little cute little chat. Da da da. Oh, thank you so much. You guys have a blessed day. Okay, you too, sister. And then we keep it pushing. But I guess that only happens once because all black women, they're not submissive enough. Yeah. You know what? She shouldn't have sat there and had that conversation with me. What she should have did was gotten down on her knees and started to service my. Oh, is that too much? I'm just saying because she has to be submissive enough to me as a black man, right? She should have. Is that too much? Am I asking for too much in terms of service? Am I? Well, I'm just saying. She should. Is that? Well, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. You let me know as a black woman, as a black man. You let me know what the fuck is going on. What she has to do to serve her man, to respect her man. Because respect doesn't have to do all of that shit. If you have to sit there and if you have to sit there and go that far to respect a man, I feel like you're overcompensating for something. Why do we have to sit there and have women sit there and sacrifice so much? Aren't women the bearers of life? Aren't women the ones that sit there and have your fucking kids? I've seen women sit there. I had my cousin. She literally drove herself all the way to the fucking hospital, having cramp pains. She had her baby, pushing out. She's struggling, and after that, she's taking care of her baby. She got her body back because I know how you niggas get when the body don't come back. Y'all start having a fucking issue. Woman could have damn near quadruplets, and y'all sitting there mad because she got sagging ass skin. But her body back, she living her best life, and she going on with her day like it's nothing. I've seen a pregnant woman sit there and work in a fast food restaurant, making sandwiches like it was nothing. I've seen pregnant women go up and down. Women have done so much stuff. And you know what fucked a lot of men over? Do you know what fucked a lot of black men over? Do you know what fucked us over? Is that the problem with a lot of black men, period, is that we were conditioned to think just because we are masculine and we are providers, that means that everyone else around us, especially feminine presenting people, so not even just women, you may not be sexually attracted to a feminine man, but even he is not supposed to sit there and run his mouth and act like he's running something, even though he's a man. You know what happened? Is that it did not take into account progress. It did not take into account the rising up of the underdog. And so a lot of black men feel this resentment towards black women because black women are playing the same game that they played on them, and they are no longer being this meek person because how long did that work for a lot of different types of relationships? How long did that work for auntie and so? How long did that work for? And all the stress and all the damn issues with their health, having to sit there and withstand this damn marriage for the kids and all this other shit. How long did that work out? They sacrificed for you. They gave for you. They did all this other shit for you, and you apparently did the same thing. But we want to go around and we want to pretend like black women are submissive, as if black women haven't historically done so much for black men, as if black women haven't historically been the most vocal for black men. And have black men done the same? On occasion, when they felt it in their spirit. But we knew more about George Floyd than we knew about Breonna Taylor. We showed up more for George Floyd than we showed up more for Breonna Taylor. Yes, we done talked about the other black woman that done got. But at the end of the day, let's call it what it is. Don't act like this resentment and this reality of black woman not wanting to associate with black men. Again, there's plenty of people, black women, that still are in relationships with black men. Plenty of black women that still have kids with black men. Plenty of black women that still are having relationships and marriages with black men. Still to this fucking day. That are young, mind you. But y'all want to turn around and y'all want to sit there and say that black women from London, I don't know what the UK girlies are doing, and black women from America are apparently not submissive enough. Something's not adding up. Something's not adding up. And they'll get mad at me. Right.
If I tip someone, they
might
not even say thank you.
They'll get mad at me for sitting here having this conversation because as a black man, how the patriarchy works, I'm obligated to sit there and say, yeah, fuck them females. Now, I could easily sit there and do it. I could easily sit there and go against women. I have so many reasons that I could come in and sit there and say women are this, women are that. I could easily go against women. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so easy. It's so fucking easy. I could easily sit there and take my happy ass and go against women. I could easily take my happy black ass and sit there and say, you know what? I don't like these black ass women. And I've seen my own family members, my own god cousins. They would be colorists. They would sit there and say all this type of shit about black women. They grew out of it, thank God. And they finally got some oxygen up to their brain enough for them to be able to understand how fucking crazy that is. But there's something to be said about how that became normalized. There's something to be said about how that particular thing became the standard for a lot of people. There's something to be said about how that particular type of issue with black women from black men became normalized. That y'all are idolizing people who, even if they are black, they're light-skinned, Hispanic, Asian, white. Y'all are idolizing all of these other women because seemingly they're so much better, even though some of those same women do some of the same shit the black woman would have done, or better yet, even worse. But yet somehow we are supposed to sit there and believe in the narrative that black women are shitty. And it's coming from black men. It's coming, one more time. It's put it over the speaker. Put it on the surround sound. It's coming for black men.
So we need people that can help in the leadership part of the diaspora in general. Because we're just only one team. We can't do it all by ourselves. You know what I mean? We need more intellectual resources to help us develop.
I don't know how we're going to help the diaspora if we're sitting there going against our own women. I don't know how we're going to help the diaspora if we literally just did a whole, what felt like fucking 30 minutes of sitting there justifying all of this other bullshit against your own fucking women. So I don't even understand how that's going to work out. How do you expect to have a collective of people, men and women, and especially, I didn't even really touch into, because I'm queer, I didn't even touch into the queerness and how that's an issue, because aren't they in Uganda? And then Uganda passed a whole fucking law that's basically sitting there saying that you could be jailed for being fucking homosexual. So I'm not even about to sit here and play this game. They want to go around and they want to live in fucking La La Land. The same motherfuckers on the internet that's going around sitting there talking about why didn't Beyonce come to Africa? Don't y'all hate gay people over there? Don't tell me that y'all have gay people in there. There's gay people everywhere, sure. But don't y'all verbally, physically in that continent and good amounts of that area in that continent don't even like sissies? Don't even like transgenders? So why would the fuck would Beyonce take her whole team, her whole place? Why would she go all the way over there with people who are visibly queer, who are literally in the queer community, who are expressing a dance form created from queer communities? Why would she go all the way over there to sit there and do that? So this whole thing about the diaspora and how African Americans need to go over there, not every African American is going to be able to go over there, especially if you don't even like people who are African American, especially if you don't even like your own supposed counterpart. So at the end of the day, this whole video was just bullshit. It was cute in the beginning when I was sitting there doing my work the other day, but now it's tired. Now, this call again, why African Americans are never allowed to criticize Africa, episode 31, Kinganda. Okay, y'all check they page out and y'all see what's going on. But yeah, it's bird for brains. I don't know what the fuck they talking about.